Our journey starts today with the cheese, or rather the milk that's used to make it. Each day, a fresh batch of milk arrives at the Igor Gorgonzola factory. It goes through a series of chemical, microbiological, and sensory tests in the lab, and then it's stored in insulated tanks with constant temperature control. When it's time to make cheese, the milk is sent for pasteurization. Next, live lactic cultures, Penicillium roqueforti, yeast, and rennet are added. The experts then use stainless steel molds, and the future cheese is left to rest. After 24 hours, it's time for the first salting. The product is then moved to a chamber at around 21 degrees Celsius, and after another 24 hours, the second salting happens. Now, depending on the type of cheese being made, it needs to wait from 2 to 7 days. Finally, it's sent to another chamber with a temperature between 3 and 5 degrees Celsius. Here, when it's pierced with steel needles, the mold starts to grow in the cheese. After 50 to 80 days of final ripening, it's time for packaging and packing. For instance, with the help of Selvex systems, which can perform up to 130 cuts per minute. Mortadella is a cooked sausage that traces its roots back to Bologna, Italy. So it's no wonder that this delicious product is often called Mortadella Bologna, right? Let's take a look at how the production process has been refined into an art form. We're at the Villani factory, a company that's been in the sausage business since 1886. Despite the abundance of precise machinery available, many steps still rely on the skilled hands of professionals. For instance, a person checks the quality of the cut pieces of meat, and the casings are also filled by hand. But make no mistake, this is a factory, and many production stages involve specialized machines. A great example is the process of grinding the meat. By the way, the secret to the flavor lies in the slow heat treatment. The mortadella spends a full day and night in a special chamber. Next up, let's explore cultured butter production. For this, we start with pasteurized cultured cream, which is stored in a cold room for a week. After that, it's heated to 40 degrees Celsius and mixed with lactic acid bacteria. Then it's time to wait for 3 to 4 weeks, as the process isn't quick. After that, the other production stages follow, but the end result is worth it. Delicious and abundant butter. This particular factory churns out about 10 tons of it each week. Next, let's shift our focus to olive oil. Jordan Vineyard and Winery will guide us through the process. This company's based in the United States, so we find ourselves in Sonoma County, California. The workers here have their tasks clearly defined. One tends to the olive trees, which are pruned every 2 or 3 years. Meanwhile, another expert assesses the flavor profile of the ripe olives, while a coordinated team handles the harvesting. Speed is crucial here, as the olives need to reach the factory within 10 hours of being picked. Once there, they're sorted, cleaned, washed, and then ground into a paste. The resulting oil is separated from the water, and samples are given to tasters who evaluate the taste, aroma, and other key factors. If everything meets the standards, the oil is left to rest in steel tanks for 4 months before it's time for bottling. Welcome to Iceland. Here you'll find the G.RUN fish factory. It's been recently renovated, and we're going to check out its new equipment. Take, for instance, the MSC 55MA slicer. It can cut salmon into slices ranging from 2 to 60 millimeters thick at angles between 10 to 70 degrees. Equally impressive is the deboning system. The speed of this crucial process reaches up to 50 fillets per minute, with an accuracy of up to 0.2 millimeters. It's incredible. According to statistics, bread makes up about 15 to 18% of the diet in various countries. In France alone, a person consumes around 58 kilograms of bread per year. To keep up with this demand, factories turn to advanced solutions like the stress-free artisan kneading line. It handles the dough gently, giving it the same structure as manual kneading, but much quicker. If needed, its capacity can be increased to 6 tons per hour. Here is a complete system for making donuts. If a factory has invested in the Tromp Uniline equipment, the process is both quick and smooth. For instance, the working width can reach up to 60 centimeters, and the conveyor belt moves at a speed of up to 6 meters per minute. The various guillotines can make 30 to 100 cuts in 60 seconds. Plus, if the owners want to change from donuts, the Tromp Uniline can also be used to make turnovers, sausage rolls, and even cheese sticks. In 2022, the world consumed over 4 billion tons of potato chips. How do factories manage this massive volume? Quite easily, if they use heat and control solutions. These systems handle every step, from unloading the raw potatoes to packaging the chips. For instance, the short-term storage and handling system processes nearly 50 tons of potatoes per hour. The fryer's oil is filtered every minute, and the Ishida packaging system can fill up to 300 bags every 60 seconds. Do you like cookies? The tech systems used to make them are just as diverse as their flavors and shapes. Reading Bakery Systems creates equipment that helps with mixing, processing, cutting, and more. Overall, their systems are great for both crackers and pretzels. For instance, the rotational dough shaping unit ensures better ingredient distribution. This is especially crucial for stuffed cookies. Plus, a more homogeneous dough reduces wear on the equipment. FoodTools makes systems for slicing cakes, among other things. The capacities and settings, like the number of slices, depend on the model. For instance, with the 200 RF, an operator can cut up to 20 cakes per minute. That's 1,200 pieces per hour. The 200 RF can handle cakes up to 10 centimeters high and up to 30 centimeters in diameter, safely cutting a cake into 24 pieces. Their other models are equally impressive. That's what you call a sweet life. Let's visit the Cedar Crest factory. This company makes ice cream, but due to strict health standards, they offer a virtual tour instead of actual visits. Let's see how they turn a few ingredients into delicious ice cream. First, specialists receive and inspect the raw materials. Then, in the preparation and pasteurization department, a special mix is created from all the ingredients. For example, if the recipe includes butter, it needs to be melted at around 45 degrees Celsius. The mixture is stored in large tanks and then sent to a machine called a continuous freezer, where it's churned, aerated, and partially frozen. Next, it's time to pack and place the ice cream in a chamber with powerful fans at minus 39 degrees Celsius. And that's it. The ice cream is then packed into boxes and sent to stores. Did that make you want to taste some too? When it comes to processing chickens, Alberk is the company to call. They've been in business since 1995 and offer technologies that speed up and simplify the process, although some have rather unsettling names. Take, for instance, their automatic gutting line. It includes mechanisms to remove legs, wings, and other parts. Plus, it can cut chickens into 2 large pieces while simultaneously checking and cleaning their stomachs. These lines can handle up to 12,000 chickens per hour. Additionally, Alberk provides options for ducks, turkeys, and geese. Nawon Food and Beverage Company Limited started in early 2018 with a mission to make tropical beverages from Vietnam popular worldwide. Right now, the company's factory has 10 production lines and sends out 300 containers every month. I wonder how many of those are filled with smoothies like this one. Like other Nawon drinks, this smoothie isn't made from concentrate and comes in various flavors. One packaging option is 500 milliliter bottles. They use fruits from Vietnamese plantations to make them, and they're so delicious that they don't even need any artificial additives, not even sweeteners. Have you tried them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The blueberry market has been booming for a while now. Between 2010 and 2019, production doubled, and experts say that consumption in China alone will soon reach a kilogram per person each year. That's where Tomra's solutions come in handy. Their automated lines are assembled like a Lego set. To enhance sorting quality, Tomra offers its customers AI algorithms. Plus, with the Curo system, different varieties of berries can be packed simultaneously, and it can easily switch between cherries, blueberries, and even tomatoes. It's no surprise that the Curo system can fill containers ranging from 125 grams to 5 kilograms, right? Dole Asia Fresh invites us on an exciting journey to see how they produce pineapples. First, you'll need to gear up with a cap, mask, gloves, and a gown. We start in the lab where the plant material is handled. This is where the future pineapples spend their first 4 weeks before moving to pots and nurseries. Next, they're transferred to the plantation. Since the process is well established, workers focus on harvesting the ripe pineapples. Thanks to a special harvester, the process is really quick. Trucks are filled on schedule and arrive at the plant right on time. There, the pineapples are washed, trimmed and boxed. Skilled packaging specialists then pack them for various markets based on size and other factors. And finally, they add the company label. Carrots also go through quite a journey before they hit the stores. Let's see how they're processed at Australian Global Exports. As the name suggests, this company's based in Australia. You might be wondering why anyone would buy carrots from the other side of the world, right? But these carrots are actually in demand even in the Middle East. So, let's dive into the seamless work of the various stages in the production chain. Dairy Master is a high-tech equipment company for the dairy industry. For instance, they built one of the world's largest milking parlors. It features a rotary system that can handle 100 cows at a time and uses the RoboSpray system, an automated robotic arm for udder disinfection. Naturally, the company also develops specialized software like Moo Monitor Plus. It's a cloud service that allows you to monitor a herd of 2,100 cows across multiple farms right from your smartphone. Yamada Suisan operates in a unique niche. This Japanese company specializes in breeding eels. They currently have 5 farms that produce around 1,000 tons of fish each year. To keep the eels in top condition, the experts at Yamada Suisan avoid using any chemicals or antibiotics. Instead, they rely on meticulous care and fresh spring water. Additionally, Yamada Suisan employs so-called eel masters who dedicate themselves to the animals, even eating and sleeping alongside them. When the time comes, the fish is sent to an 80-meter-long charcoal grill. It must taste incredible. Tempura is a dish consisting of seafood and vegetables coated in a thin batter and deep fried. While it's part of classic Japanese cuisine, it's popular in other countries too. For instance, this tempura production line is in Vietnam and covers 284 hectares. Here they use shrimp. The production process isn't exactly glamorous. Just look at how the workers remove the shrimp heads. Plus, the shrimp need multiple washings and careful attention to temperature and grading. Frying is especially demanding, with the oil reaching 185 degrees Celsius. After that, the shrimp are frozen and sent to customers. Lucky those who get to enjoy this food. Himalayan salt has 84 trace elements and is considered the purest salt on Earth. One of its main producers is Ittifaq Salt. This company extracts the raw material from the Himalayan slopes and sends the massive chunks to its factories. There, they're used to make the edible salts that many people add to their food daily, as well as various items like salt lamps. Let's take a look at how sugar is produced in Uruguay. The process starts with sugar cane and requires a lot of heat. One step involves the controlled burning of leaves and weeds. The cane is then collected and taken to the factory, where pebbles, sand, and soil are removed. The sugar cane is washed and turned into a slurry, which is later used to produce biofuel. But for now, it's crucial to extract as much liquid from it as possible. Over time, this liquid turns into syrup and crystallizes to become the sugar we all know. Which type do you prefer, regular or sugar cubes? Eggs are used everywhere, from bakeries and pastry shops to pasta factories. Ovotech systems handle this product smoothly. Need to separate the whites from the yolks? No problem. The RZ0 can do it at a speed of 2,020 eggs per hour. Need to sort this delicate product? Easy. The MT8 uses 12 brushes and adjusts the ideal temperature from 40 to 55 degrees Celsius. It's no surprise that one of Ovotech's top lines washes, sorts, and separates egg whites from yolks at a speed of 25,600 eggs per hour. Morel is one of the top suppliers of salmon cutting lines. To see why they're so popular, just look at one of their innovations, the MS2730, one of the most advanced filleters out there. Its speed is impressive, handling up to 25 fish per minute. The MS2730 works with salmon ranging from 1.5 to 8 kilograms and automatically adjusts to each fish's size. The Innova module lets operators monitor processing in real time, stores data for later reporting, and even provides suggestions to improve the production process. Now let's head to India to visit the Amul ice cream factory. Their motto is Cow to Consumer, involving around 3.6 million farmers in the process. They produce tens of millions of individual ice creams each year. Amul is India's largest ice cream producer for good reason. From popsicles to ice cream sandwiches, there's something for every taste. This means that you can see many different manufacturing processes. For instance, here a waffle cone is coated with chocolate on the inside, and here the mango-flavored ice cream spends half an hour in a cooling tunnel. This machine might look like a giant claw machine, but instead of prizes, it's designed to cut melons and watermelons. Depending on the settings, it can divide them into 2, 4, or 6 equal parts. It has a smart safety system to protect the operator's hands. If it senses something too close, the machine stops. It can handle up to 8 melons per minute, which is much faster and less tiring than doing it by hand. Need to peel watermelons? No problem. This device lets an operator process 180 large watermelons per hour. It also cuts off the top and bottom, and you can adjust how much rind is removed. The MCF 500 is a machine built to take the stems off strawberries and slice them up. It works at a speed of 400 kilograms per hour and can handle up to 7 strawberries in a second. The great thing is, one person can operate 2 of these machines at once. Profit! The trick is to use strawberries that are 18 to 45 millimeters in diameter. But what many people find most impressive about the MCF 500 is how it secures the cutters while it's working. This makes all the berries come out looking neat and uniform. The DF24 works well for cutting strawberries and radishes. It can also chop them into quarters. It can cut through 450 fruits in a minute. Banana powder is great for sprinkling desserts, adding color and making creams. It also mixes well with yogurt. On a large scale, it's made like this. First, the bananas are washed, peeled and sliced. Then the water is removed, leaving pieces similar to potato chips, but harder. Finally, these pieces are turned into powder. By the way, since we've mentioned chips, let's talk about banana chips. Lots of people who enjoy trying out new recipes make them at home in the oven, but in factories they usually fry them in oil. Also, at one point in the process, the banana chips are dipped in sugar syrup. That's why they taste so sweet. For making both banana powder and banana chips, you need to peel the bananas. But why do it by hand when you have a machine that can do it for you? One of these can peel 340 bananas per minute. All the workers need to do is put the fruit on the belt and collect it once it's peeled. Have you ever wondered why bananas in stores almost always look the same? It's not because the world's logistics are perfect. There's another reason. Many suppliers use special banana ripening chambers. The idea is to keep the temperature between 16 and 24 degrees Celsius, and the humidity between 85 to 95%. It takes from 2 days to a week for the bananas to turn that bright yellow color we're all familiar with. Plus, the chambers you see in the video have an advanced disinfection system that not only removes dust and dirt from the banana peels, but also gets rid of any pesticide residues.